The galaxy had learned to smile at humans. Not because humans were funny, but because they were easy to ignore. For more than 50 standard cycles, humanity had been part of the Galactic Council. They attended meetings, signed trade agreements, and spoke calmly about peace. Their ships were small. Their fleets were few. Their weapons looked old compared to the glowing cannons and energy lances of stronger species. Many believed humans survived only because they were polite and useful. Jin-Tae knew this better than most. He stood on the command deck of the patrol ship Horizon Trace, watching stars slide past the forward screen. The ship was not large. It was not fast. It did not carry heavy weapons, at least not on any public record. To outsiders, it looked like a scouting vessel meant only to observe and report. Jin-Tae was its operations officer. He was calm, quiet, and careful with his words. Years of working with alien officers had taught him that humans were always being judged. Every mistake felt larger. Every weakness felt permanent. At a nearby console, Hana Lee adjusted sensor readings. She was the ship's chief engineer, though she looked more like a student than a military officer. Her fingers moved quickly, but her face showed no emotion. Across the deck, Du-Yun studied incoming data. He handled tactical analysis, even though there was rarely any real combat to analyze. Most days were slow. Patrol routes, cargo escorts, diplomatic presence missions. Another fleet sighting, Du-Yun said. Third one today. Jin-Tae glanced at the screen. Massive alien ships drifted near the corridor boundary. Their hulls were layered with armor that glowed faintly with shield energy. They are not hiding it anymore, Jin-Tae said. No, Hana replied. They want to be seen. The corridor they guarded was important. It linked 3 trade regions. Whoever controlled it could slow or stop traffic across a wide section of space. The dominant alien power claimed it was neutral ground, but their fleets kept growing larger. Humans had protested. Politely. The response had been silence. A soft tone echoed through the bridge. Priority message from Fleet Command, Du-Yun said. Jin-Tae straightened. On screen, the image of an older human admiral appeared. His face was lined, his expression steady. Lieutenant Jin-Tae, the admiral said. Your ship is ordered to proceed to the Varex system. Full attendance is required. May I ask the purpose, sir? Jin-Tae said. You may, the admiral replied. I may not answer. There was a brief pause. A joint military demonstration will take place, the admiral continued. All member species are expected to observe. Jin-Tae felt a quiet tension settle in his chest. A demonstration? He asked. Yes, the admiral said. You will represent humanity. The transmission ended. For a moment, no one spoke. They want to show off. Du-Yun said finally. Hana nodded. And remind everyone who holds power. Jin-Tae looked back at the stars. Or remind us. The journey to the Varex system took 2 days. During that time, Jin-Tae noticed strange behavior from Fleet Command. Messages arrived sealed and restricted. Hana received encrypted instructions she was not allowed to discuss. Supply drones delivered unfamiliar components to the ship's lower decks. When Jin-Tae asked questions, the answers were simple. Follow orders. By the time they arrived, the system was crowded. Dozens of alien warships formed wide arcs around a barren moon. Their hulls reflected weapon light, power flowing openly through their systems. Smaller ships from weaker species hovered at a distance, careful not to drift too close. Human ships were placed near the outer edge. They put us far away, Du-Yun said. Jin-Tae watched alien commanders appear on the shared channel. Their voices were loud, confident, and full of pride. They spoke of strength, of control, of peace through dominance. When a human delegate spoke, the tone changed. Polite, brief, Easy to ignore. The demonstration began. An alien ship moved forward. Its main weapon charged, glowing brighter with each passing second. With a flash of light, a beam of energy struck a distant asteroid. The rock shattered into glowing dust. Applause followed. Another ship fired. Then another. Each display was more powerful than the last. Jin Tae noticed alien glances shifting toward the human fleet. He heard the unspoken question, "What can they do?" A voice broke through the channel. "Human representatives," an alien commander said. "You have observed our capabilities. Would you like to respond?" The tone was amused. Jin Tae looked toward the command channel. A human admiral nodded once. "Yes," the admiral said. "We would." There was a pause. Murmurs spread across the shared frequencies. "Our ships are not designed for display," the admiral continued. "But we accept." The alien commander laughed softly. "Very well," he said. "We have prepared a target. Armored. Shielded. You may attempt to disable it." Jin Tae's heart slowed instead of racing. Something felt different. Hana spoke quietly. "We are ready." He turned to her. "Ready for what?" She met his eyes. "For honesty." Du Yun's console lit up with new permissions. "Lieutenant," he said, "we've been granted temporary authorization." "For which system?" Jin Tae asked. Du Yun hesitated. "One that was not listed before." The target appeared on the main screen. A dense metal structure surrounded by layered energy shields. Alien commanders spoke confidently, already dismissing the outcome. Jin Tae placed his hand on the command panel. "Hana," he said. "Status." "System stable," she replied. "Charging complete." "What system?" he asked again. She exhaled slowly. "Kinetic," she said. The word seemed small. Simple. Jin Tae frowned. "That won't." "It will," Hana said. "Because it does not care about shields." Du Yun looked up. "They don't understand it," he said. "They never thought we would choose something so basic." The alien commander's voice returned. "Humans," he said. "You may fire when ready." Jin Tae felt the weight of every. Watching fleet. He gave the order. "Fire." There was no flash. No sound. Just a brief flicker on Hana's console. Seconds passed. Then the target split. Apart. Not burned. Not melted. Pierced. The shields failed as if they were never there. The structure broke cleanly, fragments drifting silently into space. Across the system, sensors struggled to explain what they had just seen. Silence filled the channel. Jin Tae slowly lowered his hand. He understood then. The galaxy had been smiling at humans, but it had never really known them. And now, it had seen the first quiet truth. The silence after the shot felt heavier than any explosion. Across the shared command channel, no one spoke. Alien ships held position, their bright weapons dimmed, their sensors still focused on the empty space where the target had been. Jin Tae remained still in his command chair. His heart beat slowly, steady, as if his body had already accepted what his mind was still trying to understand. "Confirm result," he said quietly. Du Yun checked his screens again and again. "Target is destroyed," he said. "No energy residue. No heat bloom. No shield failure. Warning before impact." "That's impossible." An alien voice burst onto the channel. "No weapon bypasses layered shields without triggering alarms." Hannah Lee folded her hands behind her back. "It did not bypass," she said calmly. "It ignored." The channel erupted with noise. Different alien commanders spoke at once, their voices sharp and confused. Some demanded explanations. Others accused humans of hiding illegal technology. Jin Tae listened without responding. He had been trained for this moment, even if he had not known it. At last, A senior alien authority spoke. His voice was deep, controlled, but strained. "Human fleet," he said. "Explain the nature of the weapon you have used." A human admiral appeared on the screen again. His expression had not changed. "What you observed," the admiral said, "was a kinetic strike." There was a pause. "Kinetic?" the alien asked. "You mean primitive mass weapons?" "Yes," the admiral replied. Laughter echoed from several alien ships, but it was thin and uncertain. "Then how did it penetrate modern shields?" Another voice demanded. The admiral did not raise his voice. "Because your shields are designed to stop energy, heat, radiation, plasma, not solid matter moving at extreme velocity." Jin-Tae saw Hana glance at him. Her eyes showed quiet pride. "You chose not to develop such weapons," the admiral continued. "We did." The demonstration ended soon after no one declared it finished, but the mood had shifted. Alien fleets withdrew slightly, increasing distance between themselves and the human ships. Conversations moved to private channels. On the horizon trace, Jin-Tae finally allowed himself to breathe deeply. "What happens now?" Du-Yun asked. Jin-Tae shook his head. "Now they think." Hana turned away from her console. "And they fear." Hours later, the human fleet received new orders. They were to remain in the system, but maintain defensive posture only. "Defensive," Du-Yun repeated. "After that?" "Yes," Jin-Tae said. "Especially after that." The first sign of trouble came quietly. Long-range sensors detected encrypted transmissions between several alien fleets. Their formation changed, spreading wider, creating blind zones. Small ships began to move without standard coordination signals. "They are talking behind closed channels," Du-Yun said. "And they are nervous." Hana frowned. "Nervous people make bad choices." Jin-Tae requested a direct link to Fleet Command. The admiral answered within seconds. "They are not used to surprises," the admiral said. "Especially simple ones. Do we expect retaliation?" Jin-Tae asked. "Not openly," the admiral replied. "But watch the edges." The next day, an alien diplomatic envoy requested a meeting. The meeting took place through a secure visual link. The alien representative appeared composed, but Jin-Tae noticed the stiffness in his posture. "Human officer," the alien said, "your species has violated an understanding." "Which understanding?" Jin-Tae asked politely. "That you were not a military threat," the alien replied. Jin-Tae nodded slowly. "We never said that." The alien's eyes narrowed. "You hid your capabilities." "We did not display them," Jin-Tae said. "There is a difference." The envoy ended the call without another word. After the meeting, Du-Yun leaned back in his chair. "They feel embarrassed." "And afraid," Hana added. "Both are dangerous." Jin-Tae said. "The danger arrived sooner than expected. Deep space sensors detected movement beyond normal patrol routes. A small alien task group was approaching human space through an unmonitored vector. They are trying to look harmless," Du-Yun said. "Scout ships. Light escort. But armed," Hana said. Jin-Tae studied the data. "They want to test us without starting a war." He sent the information to Fleet Command. The response was immediate. "Shadow them," the admiral ordered. "Do not engage unless fired upon." The horizon trace followed at a distance, silent and unseen. The alien task group slowed near a human outpost station. The station was civilian. Cargo docks. Communication relays. No heavy defenses. They are too close. Hana said. An alien ship broke formation and moved toward the station. Jin-Tae opened a public channel. "Alien vessels," he said calmly. "You are approaching protected space. State your intent." There was a delay. "We are conducting navigation corrections," an alien voice replied. "Change course." Jin-Tae said. The alien ship continued forward. Du-Yun's voice hardened. Weapons are powering up. Jin-tae's jaw tightened. Lock defensive systems. Hana's fingers moved. Rail system on standby, she said softly. Not yet, Jin-tae replied. A beam of energy lanced out from the alien ship, striking empty space near the station. A warning shot. That was enough. Fire a precision shot, Jin-tae ordered. Disable only. The railgun activated again. Silent. Clean. The projectile struck the alien ship's engine section. The ship spun out of control, power failing instantly. The rest of the task group froze. No return fire came. Jin-tae opened the channel again. Withdraw, he said. Now. The alien ships turned and fled. News of the incident spread quickly. Across the galaxy, analysts replayed sensor data. They slowed it down, magnified it, searched for hidden tricks. They found none. It was simple. A solid object moving too fast to stop. Within days, smaller species began requesting meetings with human diplomats. Trade proposals changed. Military discussions included humans for the first time. On the horizon trace, life returned to routine. But the feeling was different. Du-Yun watched reports scroll by. They're adjusting their doctrines, he said. Shields are being redesigned. Hana smiled faintly. Too late. Jin-tae stood by the viewport, looking out into the dark. He knew this was only the beginning. The galaxy had seen one shot. Now it was asking what came next. The galaxy did not sleep after the second shot. News traveled faster than ships ever could. Sensor recordings, battle data, and eyewitness reports spread across networks, both public and hidden. Every major power studied the same silent moment again and again. A small human ship. No energy surge. No warning. And then a clean strike that changed everything. On the horizon trace, the crew felt the shift even before the reports arrived. Jin-tae noticed it in the way messages were written. Fewer insults. More careful words. Even the pauses between replies felt longer, heavier. They are thinking too much now, Du-Yun said as he reviewed intercepted traffic. That usually means fear. Hana Lee sat nearby, working on diagnostics. Fear can lead to respect, she said. Or to violence. Jin-tae nodded. We must be ready for both. Fleet Command issued new movement orders. Human ships were no longer staying at the edge of formations. They were being placed closer to key positions. Trade lanes. Relay hubs. Border systems that had once been ignored were being repositioned, Du-Yun said. Like a piece on a board. Or like a shield, Hana replied. The horizon trace was sent to escort a diplomatic convoy made up of smaller alien species. These groups had always stayed close to stronger powers for protection. Now, they requested human presence instead. The convoy moved slowly, cautious of every shadow. An alien delegate contacted Jin-tae during the escort. The face on the screen belonged to a species with thin features and dark eyes that never stopped moving. You are different than we were told, the delegate said. Jin-tae remained polite. We were always the same. You hid your strength, the delegate replied. We chose when to show it, Jin-tae said. The delegate seemed to consider this. Many are afraid, he said. They believe humans will now seek control. Jin-tae shook his head. Control is expensive. Peace is cheaper. The delegate ended the call with a deep nod. But not everyone believed that. Deep within a distant system, alien commanders gathered in secrecy. They shared data, argued loudly, and spoke of worst-case futures. Their analysts warned that railguns could not be easily countered. Their engineers admitted shields would need complete redesigns. This is unacceptable, one commander said. If humans continue, our fleets will be obsolete. Another leaned forward. Then we strike first. Remove the threat before it grows. The decision was made quietly. No declarations. No warnings. A fleet would move under the cover of routine patrols. Their target would not be a warship, but a human industrial station under construction near the edge of known space. Destroying it would send a message. Back on the horizon trace, the first warning came as a faint anomaly. Du Yun frowned at his screen. Something is wrong. Traffic patterns just changed. Jin Tae stepped closer. Show me. Several markers blinked into view. Ships altering course at the same time. Too organized to be random. They're converging, Du Yun said. Toward the Kun Reach station. Hana's hands froze above her console. That station isn't finished, she said. It has limited defenses. Jin Tae opened a channel to Fleet Command. The Admiral answered instantly. They've chosen their move, the Admiral said. Can you reach the station? We're closest, Jin Tae replied. Then you hold, the Admiral said. Until reinforcements arrive. The horizon trace accelerated. Stars stretched into thin lines as the ship pushed beyond its usual limits. The crew worked in focused silence, each aware that this moment would define more than just a mission. As they dropped out of faster-than-light travel. The scene ahead was clear. The station floated half-built, surrounded by construction frames. And beyond it, alien warships were already forming attack lines. They're not hiding anymore, Du Yun said. Jin Tae opened a wide channel. Alien fleet, he said evenly. You are entering protected human space. State your intent. There was no reply. Energy weapons began to charge. Hana's voice was calm. Rail systems ready. Multiple firing solutions available. Jin Tae looked at the station. Workers were still evacuating. Small ships scrambled away, engines flaring. We cannot let them fire, he said. Rules of engagement? Du Yun asked. Jin Tae did not hesitate. Defend the station. The horizon trace fired. This time, it was not a single shot. 3 projectiles launched in quick succession, each aimed with precise calculation. The first struck a lead ship's shield generator housing. The second pierced through a weapon note. The third disabled a command vessel's propulsion. The alien formation broke apart. Return fire filled space with light. Energy beams scorched past the horizon trace, close enough to rattle the hull. Shields holding, Hana reported. Minor damage only. Jin Tae adjusted position. Target their coordination ships. End this fast. The railgun fired again and again. Each shot was chosen carefully. No wasted motion. No rage. Within minutes, half the attacking fleet was disabled. The remaining ships hesitated. Then they retreated. Silence returned. Broken only by emergency signals from damaged vessels, drifting powerless in space. Jin Tae did not pursue. Send rescue beacons, he ordered. For everyone. Du Yun looked at him. Even them? Yes, Jin Tae said. Especially them. Human rescue ships arrived alongside military reinforcements. They assisted survivors from both sides, pulling crews from broken hulls and stabilizing life support. Observers across the galaxy watched in disbelief. Humans had defended their space, and then they had helped there. Attackers. Political shockwaves followed. Some alien leaders condemned the attack, fearing open war. Others tried to deny involvement. Smaller species openly praised human restraint. On the horizon trace, the crew gathered in the quiet after-action hours. We could have destroyed them, Hana said softly. Yes, Jin Tae replied. But then we would become what they fear. Du Yun nodded. Now they fear something else. What? Hana asked. That we are strong, Du Yun said, and still choose mercy. Jin Tae stood alone later, looking out at the stars beyond the damaged station. He knew the balance of power had already shifted. not because of the railgun alone, but because of how humans chose to use it. The rescue operations lasted longer than the battle. Damaged ships drifted slowly near the half-built station. Emergency lights blinked. Voices echoed through open channels, calling for help, coordinates, airlocks. Human crews worked without pause, moving from hull to hull. Jin-tae oversaw everything from the bridge. Life signs stabilized, Du-yun reported. All remaining vessels accounted for. Hannah Lee exhaled quietly. No fatalities reported so far. Jin-tae closed his eyes for a moment. Good. Word of the incident spread across the galaxy within hours. This time, the story did not come from alien commanders alone. Independent observers had recorded everything. The approach, the attack, the precise human response, and the rescue that followed. Public channels filled with debate. Some voices called humans dangerous. Others called them necessary. Fleet. Command ordered the Horizon Trace to remain near the station until repairs were complete. Human engineers arrived in waves, rebuilding faster than expected. The station grew stronger, even as the news grew louder. A formal inquiry was announced by the Galactic Council. All involved parties were summoned. The hearing took place through a massive shared link. Dozens of species appeared at once, their representatives arranged in layers of light. Jin-tae stood beside a human admiral, silent unless addressed. An alien counselor spoke first. An unauthorized attack occurred. Lives were risked. This threatened stability. The human admiral nodded. We agree. Another voice followed. Your weapon caused panic across the council. Why was its existence concealed? The admiral answered calmly. We concealed nothing. We complied with every treaty. Kinetic weapons are not prohibited. A murmur passed through the council. You knew others abandoned such technology. A counselor said, Yes, the admiral replied. Because it was difficult. Not because it was wrong. Jin-tae watched the faces on the screen. Some showed anger. Others showed something closer to understanding. A smaller species representative spoke next. Humans defended a civilian station. Then they rescued attackers. That matters. The council paused. The inquiry ended without judgment, but the balance had shifted again. Behind closed channels, alliances were discussed. Some alien powers began rapid changes to their fleets. Others reached out to human diplomats, asking for training exchanges, defensive partnerships. Shared research. Hana reviewed intercepted updates. They're trying to copy the idea, she said, but not the method. Explain, Jin-tae said. They want stronger shields, she replied. They don't want to rethink everything. Du-yun added, they are afraid of admitting they were wrong. New orders arrived. The Horizon Trace was to join a human task group moving toward a neutral system. Intelligence suggested a large alien fleet was gathering there under the claim of exercises. Exercises near a neutral hub? Du-yun said, That's a threat. It's a message, Jin-tae replied. They want to show numbers. The human task group was small. That was intentional. As they approached the system, alien ships came into view. Dozens of them. Heavy hulls. Bright shields. Weapons powered but not firing. A channel opened. Human vessels, an alien commander said. You are outmatched. Withdraw. Jin-tae stepped forward. We are within our rights to observe, he said. This is neutral space. Your presence escalates, the commander replied. Your fleet already did that. Jin-tae said. The standoff lasted hours. Sensors tracked every movement. Calculations ran endlessly. One mistake could turn silence into war. Then something unexpected happened. A smaller alien fleet arrived. Then, another. Ships from species that had once hidden behind stronger powers now took positions near the humans. Not in attack formation. In support. Du Yun's eyes widened. They're choosing sides. Hana smiled faintly. They chose earlier. This is just the moment they show it. The large alien fleet hesitated. Numbers no longer meant certainty. A message arrived from Fleet Command. Hold position. Do not fire unless fired upon. The hours passed. Finally, the alien commander spoke again, his voice tight. We will withdraw from this system. The fleet turned away. No shots were fired. Across the galaxy, reactions were immediate. Markets shifted. Defense budgets changed. Council discussions grew sharper. Humans were no longer ignored. On the horizon trace, Jin-Tae felt the weight of it settle in. This is bigger than us, Du Yun said quietly. Yes, Jin-Tae replied. And smaller. Hana looked at him. What do you mean? It started with a simple choice, Jin-Tae said. To use what we understand. Later, a private message arrived from the Admiral. They are planning one last test, the Admiral said. Not here. Where? Jin-Tae asked. Near their border, the Admiral replied. A show of force meant to draw us out. Jin-Tae understood immediately. They want a final answer. Yes, the Admiral said. And so does the Council. The horizon trace received new coordinates. As the ship turned toward its next destination. Jin-Tae looked once more at the stars. He knew the next encounter would not be about warning shots or restraint. It would be about ending doubt. Quietly, decisively. The border system was quiet when the horizon trace arrived. Two quiet stars burned softly in the distance. A wide field of empty space stretched ahead, broken only by a single massive alien fleet waiting near the system's edge. Their ships were arranged with care, lines sharp and deliberate. This was not an ambush. It was an invitation. Jin-Tae studied the formation in silence. They want witnesses, Du Yun said. Every sensor in the region is pointed at this place. Yes, Jin-Tae replied. They want the answer to spread. Hana Lee checked the ship's systems one last time. All rail systems are ready, she said. We are at full efficiency. The human task group arrived behind them. Not large, not threatening in appearance, but steady. A channel opened. Human commander, an alien voice said. It was calm, controlled, and carefully recorded. You have altered the balance of power. Today, we decide what follows. Jin-Tae stepped forward. You brought a fleet, he said. That was your choice. You brought few ships, the alien replied. That was yours. Yes, Jin-Tae said. Because this is not about numbers. The alien commander paused. Withdraw your fleets from our borders, the commander said. Limit your weapons. Submit to oversight. Jin-Tae shook his head slowly. No. A ripple of movement passed through the alien formation. Weapons powered up. Shields brightened. Then you leave us no option, the commander said. Neither did you. Jin-Tae replied. The alien fleet advanced. Jin-Tae raised his hand. Hold, he ordered. The human ships did not move. Energy beams flashed across space, striking empty areas ahead of the human line. Warning shots. A final chance. Jin-Tae lowered his hand. Fire, he said. This time, the railguns did not fire one by one. They fired together. Dozens of projectiles crossed the void in silence. No glow, no warning. Just motion faster than thought. Alien shields failed. Not slowly, instantly. Key ships were struck with precise intent. Command vessels lost control. Weapon platforms were disabled before they could release their charge. Engines failed. Coordination collapsed. The alien fleet tried to respond, but their systems could not adapt fast enough. Within minutes, the battle was decided. Not destroyed. Decided. Jin-Tae watched the aftermath unfold. Disabled ships drifted. Emergency signals filled the channel. Power flickered across wounded hulls. "Cease fire," he ordered. The human fleet stopped. Across open channels, silence spread again. This time, it was different. Not confusion. Not fear. Understanding. The alien commander's image appeared once more. His posture was rigid, his voice strained. "We concede," he said. Jin-Tae nodded once. "Withdraw your forces," he replied. "Respect established borders. No further tests." The alien commander hesitated, then bowed his head. "It will be done," he said. The fleet turned away. Observers across the galaxy recorded everything. No dramatic explosions. No endless chase. Just a clear outcome. Human ships remained in place until the last alien vessel vanished from sensors. Only then did Jin-Tae release a long breath. "It's over," Du-Yun said quietly. "Yes," Jin-Tae replied. "At least this part." In the days that followed, the galaxy changed. Formal treaties were rewritten. Human representatives were invited to defense councils they had never been allowed into before. Smaller species openly aligned themselves with human-led security groups. Railguns became a word spoken carefully, not because of fear alone, but because of respect. On Earth and its colonies, people watched the recordings in silence. There was pride, but also relief. Humanity had been tested, and it had answered without losing itself. The horizon. Trace returned to patrol duty. No parades, no special honors, just stars. Roots and quiet responsibility. One evening, Jin-Tae stood at the viewport again. Hannah joined him, arms folded. "We could have taken more," she said. "Yes," Jin-Tae agreed. "But we didn't," she added. "No," he said. "We showed enough." Du-Yun approached, holding a datapad. "Council update," he said. "They officially recognize human military parity." Jin-Tae smiled faintly. "Parity is a beginning. Beyond the glass." Space stretched endlessly. Humans had not become rulers. They had become something far more difficult to challenge. They had become understood, and the galaxy would never look at a simple, silent weapon the same way again.